Welcome everybody to 48 to Talk episode number 33. I am your host Rage Bali as always, joining me this time the usual crew of DXTakamina on the right, Derek on the bottom left and Yeho on the bottom right. Hey everybody.
Yo, 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 yo.
What's up?
It's been going well, going good.
Yeah, pretty much.
Lots of news today, lots of news to talk about. I think the first thing we do need to talk about is the 42nd single
Yep.
that was
Oh
on
man.
Music Station. Shoot Sign. Who wants to go first?
Oh man.
You
What do
want-
you think, Yayo?
Yeah.
I don't want to go first.
Go first, my man. You never go first. Come
Yeah,
on.
exactly. Go for it.
That's
Put you on
why,
the spot.
because like it's hard to think, you know.
Okay, well, go ahead. Try
Alright.
it. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll go first. Before I talk about the 47 single, I like Cyane's, the 365, just saying like her costume just perfect fit for the song and kind of like that.
Paper Airplanes solo
Yeah,
first time was
365, yeah.
beautiful.
So yeah, 47 single. It's like I don't know. It's like a bit bland for me right now because like I only heard it once and I was in work like in break, so I'm like, okay, I'm just trying to digest this right now. But like the costumes are, I guess not bad. But like I read somewhere that like Aki P just literally finished the song like 12 hours before or something, so they literally had no time to practice dance. And like they said Exile Takahiro choreographed the dance. I'm not saying, like, I'm not confirming or
Okay.
doing stuff, but like that's what I read, so yeah, that's what I'm just saying. So
Take it how you will. Okay.
yeah.
Uh, DX?
Well, to me, it's maybe it's just because of an early stage, but I don't know. This song sounds really familiar at another song I used to hear in the past quite a lot. I don't know if I should mention it or not, but it really sounds like "I Will Survive" from Gloria Gaynor for a bit. But I don't know. It's the starting melody or something like that, but it has a similar vibe to that song actually. So, but overall, it's not a bad song. It's not a good song at the moment, but I don't know. Maybe it just needs to grow a bit on me. But that's how I think about it at the moment. But I just need. I guess I need to give it a listen a couple of times, but maybe I like it. I'm not sure at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm not sure at the moment.
Derek?
Yeah, okay, so I hated it. I really had a strong dislike to it. It's unfortunate because I wanted to like it because I really want to send Koji Haro off in grand style, and she's done so much for AKB, and I'm proud of her. But it seems to be kind of a trend, I think, for me as far as like girls' graduation songs. I haven't liked many of them. So I mean, from this and then Takamina's was just awful. Like I don't know. I can't. I guess maybe for me the problem is twofold. One is that lately AKB has been foraying into like the disco feel,
Yeah.
and like I think with High Tension they did a good job. It was okay. It was basic, but it was fun. The dance was really catchy, so I like that. But this is like the B, not even a B side, a C side of what I would compare High Tension to, and this is supposed to be, in my opinion, like Koji Haro's next, heart Areki, and it wasn't to me, not at all. And then the other problem is that I think that like for me, I've always been a fan of like EDM music, so it's just more of a personal taste. Like anytime like any of the AKB groups put out like an EDM inspired type song, I'm more inclined to like that. But I've also grown to like a lot of the staple songs by AKB, like Ogoe Diamond,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Katusha. There was that time period in AKB's songwriting where there was a similar vibe in all those songs. And that little time period is where my heart has been stuck at for years now, and with the exception of when they make EDM songs. So whenever I hear new stuff where they're trying to do different things, like in this case disco, it's hit or miss. And this was definitely a miss for me. What about you, Robin?
Alright. Well, basically, so they were on Music Station, and they first, of course, performed with Yamut Saika doing 365 and solo. And then they showed up in wrestling outfits for, of course, Tofu Wrestling, because this song is also the ending song to Tofu Wrestling every time. So now in the latest episode, they put it on the every time at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Same did with the trend with Death Cash, Love Trip, I
Exactly.
believe all these songs are now lately for openings or endings for shows, and I know it gets a vibe because when you like a show and then you hear the opening song, it's like you get you pumped and that helps sales. But they need to stop, in my opinion, because if you keep this trend up, you're not gonna sell anymore because the shows maybe, get overrated or the songs like, oh, this song again, and then click skip. But the song itself, when I first heard it, it felt like a start of a James Bond movie. It's like you can just
Right. Yeah.
put like what's that latest movie that also was bad from James Bond? Let me think. It was not Casino Royale was the first one. Then you had Skyfall second. What was the third one? I forgot.
Spectre?
It was a Spectre. Yeah.
Spectre, yeah.
If you put the opening sequence of Spectre with this song, it would be the same fit. But it felt so
Interesting.
bland. It felt so slow, and the dance moves. Maybe you're right, Yo, about that. They didn't have time because it felt like, all right, we're doing. Didn't felt movement, and they say it's like because Kojaru is graduating, they're doing Easy Street for her, but I never liked Kojaru's center songs, and I know you like Hard Anarchy, Derek, but for me, it's one of my I don't like it, and of course Green Flash is centered, and that one of the worst songs they ever made, and then of course not this one. It feels like again a Koji Haru song that is just skippable, and then even it got worse because then DX showed me. He said about I Will Survive,
Yeah.
and then I combined I Will Survive and Shoot Sign together and played it at the same time. It was a perfect fit, but the thing is, I heard more I Will Survive because that's a good song, and it fell into the background. I didn't even hear the Shoot Sign song anymore. So
So,
no, this is
well,
not a good song.
well, to add to what you're saying, like, okay, from a musician standpoint, I think when AKB does foray into new areas of music, they kind of keep it very basic in terms of their approach. And I mean, you can almost tell like they didn't hire somebody who's well versed in let's say, making disco music. They hire somebody who knows music and will think, okay, I got to make a disco song, and then they just kind of fall suit. It'd be no different if you made like a jazz song or like a blues song. Okay, blues song has your 12 bars and everything, and if you stick to the blues chords, you're gonna sound like every other blues song out there, and that's just you can't get away from it. Whereas AKB, they did have a stretch there, like I'm saying, like to the Ogoe Diamond era, the Everyday Katusha, where it was truly them. It was truly the original, and better yet,
Yeah.
none of these songs really seem to have to be attached to a drama or a show. And I think from a marketing standpoint, sure, it makes sense, but I think you got to give these songs their own identity. I don't want to be like singing and dancing to songs that are soundtracks to every single show out there. I like when I go to AKB concert, it's AKB songs, not this drama songs, because sometimes that can happen. And I think overall, from a musical perspective, yeah, just if they're gonna do a disco song, hire the best disco songwriter in the world to do it. You got the money, and you owe it to the fans. I mean, instead of putting out your 528 song that's basically largely forgettable.
Yeah.
Like why not make another classic? And it's kind of important considering how long in the tooth AKB is getting with their age. You need to keep reinventing. You need to keep showing us up. Love Trip was a good way to do it, but you're far from Love Trip. That was last year. We need new songs now.
I think
Good songs.
I think their last real hit was again 365 Paper Airplanes, and
But I don't-
it was a coupling
Yeah.
song from Be My Baby.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And here's the thing with that. That don't even count, I hate to say it, as an AKB song. That's a Cyane song.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Without Cyanide,
That's-
that song falls
that's
flat.
Cyanide.
Without
Yeah,
Cyanide,
Sayane Yamato Saika featuring AKB.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
You need their
Perfect.
strong voice for that song. You need
That's
their strong
NMB
voice.
basically, just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, exactly. So that's they need to realize like when you had heavy rotation, and of course Yuko's iconic voice at the beginning, you still heard everyone else in there. Yeah, I heard them all. I loved it. Everybody had their moments. Whoever's writing the songs for AKB, they need to get with the program and realize you have almost 200 girls. You want to write songs for the overall AKB48 group, you got to incorporate the strengths of all these groups, and there's so much variety. Pick a style, hire the best person you can for that, and then shine, man. And they're just not doing it. I wish they'd call me. I'd write them the best songs in the world, I'm telling you.
That would be interesting, though.
It would be.
Can only
It will be a streak of EDM style songs, I believe.
Probably metal. That's what I write.
Just
Alternative
saying,
like metal.
I have 16 of them, so just saying.
Oh god.
True.
Because you know the reason why, It's yeah. Just saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, the
Yeah,
song
quickly.
feels like a bust. Well, it's not gonna be a voting
No,
CD,
no,
right?
no.
So that's gonna
Nope.
be
No.
the 48 single will be the voting CD.
Exactly.
So if I'm gonna say, maybe this will be the first one that won't get a million buys. It depends on the coupling songs. There's gonna be
Yeah.
a Kizaki song on it and a Nogizaka song on it. So who knows? Maybe that's the reason they were making the CD and they're like, this song is I'm not feeling with this song.
Yeah.
Taka AKB.
Could we make a type E? Who wanna
E.
fill it? What about NMB?
Yeah.
Well, no, they're doing this thing. HKT. Well, they already put out their 9th single with all songs, so we have to wait. No ideas. NGT. April. April. Nogizaka and Keigizaka. Let's
Yeah,
throw
go
it in
for
there.
Yeah, let's just throw them on.
Yeah.
Although in defense, I will just say this very quickly. AKB can't have a hit every time. I mean, I wish they could, but they have 500 songs now, so it's
1300
Yeah,
and something.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
sorry,
yeah.
I'm shooting.
Wow.
What were we gonna say, Yayo?
Just saying, because I think they're doing more of the combined group because of what happened last year. Like that AKB Nogi Dream Team kind of. I think they're trying to do that again. They're
I
trying to
see.
push that because of what happened last year.
Mm.
Like the AKB and like the Nogis just dancing to Silent Majority. So
Yeah,
I'm
you mean the
expecting-
Dream Team?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They could do another song actually.
Mhm.
Would
I'm
be interesting.
expecting actually a good coupling from them. No, that's the thing. Like, I'm like,
It would be
oh my-
yeah, AKB Zaka, KF46.
no, Saka.
Yeah,
I think
something like that, yeah.
Sakamichi AKB.
I know, I'm
Oh.
just making it up.
The Sakamichi
AKB Saka.
AKB.
Yeah, unless there's going to be a good coupling song on it, this won't be a buy for me. And
Yeah.
that's sad to say.
I'm just
And-
hoping this coupling song can save it again, pretty much. Because
I
that's
would
the
say-
reason why I'm not contributing Me by Baby.
And that's
The
that's
coupling
how
songs are
that's how the fans work. If you really want to show them, this song is not good, then you should not buy the CD. But the problem is with AKB is when you buy a CD, you get a handshake ticket and use that for the event. So there are a lot of people who are like, I need to buy 26 for a reason.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Yayo.
someone you know, someone you really know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who could
Oh.
it be? Who could it be?
Uh,
No.
Also,
Yeah.
adding to that, what I said with 16, they added a new system, called the iGasa thing. Like, I think they write your name like in a call that an it's called umbrella thing.
Yeah.
They write your name and like
Mhm.
the member's name. Like,
Yeah,
aside
I
from
know.
that.
Yeah.
I know.
So yeah, and like this is Mako's actually first time in like one shot because I don't see one shot and like two shots with her most of the time. So like, I need to get those tickets.
Exactly, but that does make a difference in sales. So they're like, we're #1 on the Oricon chart, and like, yeah, that's amazing. Do people actually really care about the song or the ticket?
Yeah, exactly.
I think that
That's
they'll buy the album or the single, open up, get the ticket, throw the CD away, or just right into the secondhand store. I don't know, because if I gotta see, because for me this song doesn't feel it. Nope.
Yeah, I agree.
Same here.
But other single that's coming out soon is have you guys had a chance to listen to the HKT 9th single?
Back to EJ.
Yeah,
I saw the short version from
same here.
Buck the Idiot, and I lost it when Harupi said her first line, and she did her,
Yeah.
her eye thing, going to one side, and like, okay, or you sold me already. But it's a pretty nice song actually. It
Yeah.
feels
It's a cute song. It's
Yeah.
a cute
It's
song.
them. It's very them.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
HKT is now starting to, I think, again carve their own path. I think that's all
Mm-hmm.
Sashi, where they're trying to be the quirky, cute, lovable youngster group.
Exactly.
They have to do something because NGT is giving a run for the fans' hearts. You
Mhm.
know, because
Exactly.
I mean, my goodness, is NGT dominating lately? But I would say that song really for me like it kind of reminded me of why I love HKT so much, because it's like, oh yeah, you guys are right back to doing what I love. It's not like a Melon Juice standard song, but it's good, it's fun. I could see him play at a concert and enjoy it.
Can you believe that this is the first center for Sashi's first center for HKT?
I didn't know that. That's
Yeah, I know actually.
unbelievable.
But
Nine
I
So good
single.
for her.
Yeah,
So
nine
good for
single.
her for
Yeah.
doing that, you know.
Finally center, right?
Yeah,
But I
it's
think
good for her.
Sashi was more like she wants to push her little kids to the front because she knows she can get the center of the attention anyway. But she wants to make the group grow pretty much. And if she is centering all the time, like a Cyane or a Gina in SKA and NB,
And
the
that's
whole
the
group
problem.
comes through.
Th-
And
that's right when you hit the nail on the head. During the clip, I never noticed anyone in the background. It was Sashi,
Yeah.
Sakura, Harupi, and then it's like maybe
Who else?
Maria, I think,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
the rest of 4gen. That's the problem because she is so
Larger
appearance
than
there
life.
like
Yeah.
powerful and that. It's like the main focus is on those three, and then it's like the rest just it could have been anyone else.
yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Maybe in the full version they'll change because in the full version you have the second chorus and then the um, back position moves up to the front and then the front goes into the back. Usually that's why they always show the short version. Maybe they'll showcase it more and then you see who's in there.
Mhm.
But the song itself, it's a good song. Doesn't we were worried about 4gen already getting in there. You don't even notice they're there.
exactly. The Golden Trinity of HKT are carrying the song pretty much. So yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And did you guys listen to the coupling songs?
I haven't had the chance to, so I need to give it a listen. But if the coupling songs are good, I will buy it.
One is very, 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 very bright. It features Matsuoka Hana as the center, and
Of course.
she's going. The MV is she's going to a nursery or like a doctor's place and a
Yeah.
pharmacy. That's the word I'm looking for.
Oh,
And it
okay.
feels like she's injected with like this laugh up gas, and her smile is always up because that's Hana-chan. But it feels like everyone is just hyped up on pills. That's how this clip
Oh god.
goes. And they're going
Wow.
to a eye chart, and it's like, oh, can you see this one? What's this one? Oh, this is the love sign. And then she gets all red, and it's like, what am I watching? What? Okay. But it features like all the I wouldn't say Bariko, but all the I think Moe type. Maybe that's the thing I was looking for.
Okay, right.
Members of HKT.
And when you say this, it just makes me think of like HKT as like an 8th grade school field trip. Like they're constantly on.
Yeah.
Like they're going to like some museum and they've seen things for the first time and their eyes are always wide because they know how to do the idol thing so well. And Sashi has got them all trained. I mean,
Yep,
she has
exactly.
she has passed on her infinite idol wisdom, and you can see it in all of them. Although I will say this again because of NGT's like up and coming dominance,
Yeah.
I think Kitahara is doing a much better job maybe at this point with training her young. She's being the better senpai here because I think, but I don't think that's Sashi's fault. I think Sashi's as a senpai is only like part-time senpai, because she's so busy with 900 other things for AKB as a whole.
Exactly.
But HKT, I would say right now is probably in their, I don't want to say their lowest of their time period because they're still, even at their lowest, they're still better than like, unfortunately, NMB and SKE. But it's just in terms of, I think, fan popularity. But I think like, they're stepping up, and I'm waiting for the next Melon Juice single from them because they're gonna have to go head to head with NGT eventually. Because I'm telling you, once NGT like drops like their first album, whenever that's gonna be, it's all over. Those girls are just killing it.
Yep.
So it's just the only one's gonna be able to keep up with them is Team 8. That's it. And even them, they're never gonna get their own album. So
Yeah.
No, we'll see.
we'll see.
All right, I promised this last week that we're talking about this topic, and it's about the DVD Blu-ray concerts from the Sosenkyo Thanksgiving. So you have the ranked concert, unranked concert, and the Thanksgiving special. Let's go to the main one first. Quick recap on the concert was. I would say this is a very good concert to watch. If you have the chance to buy this Blu-ray or DVD, just go watch it because this style, I think this is the first time they actually did it in this way, of The top 16 had their own, well, top 15 because
Yeah.
Nyan Nyan
Of course.
Kamen is like.
Of course, of
It,
course.
but every top 15 had their own segment. They had their own song of choice or their own gig or whatever, and then the other ranks would do a group performance of different kind of songs, and it was very energetic. Everybody was very thankful, very happy they're ranked. A lot of fun. But what amazing is actually the top 15 solo parts. For instance, we started right away with Takahashi Judy
Oh
coming
man.
out to the drums, and I forced you guys to watch this before we started. And what do you think? I think we'll go
Oh
with Derek
man.
first. Derek first, the
Yeah, go for it.
musician
Yes.
on our side.
Oh, thank you. Well, I wouldn't say forced, Rob. I was more than happy to watch it, but I would say I'm not like I wasn't, I'd say, necessarily the biggest fan of Jury, but I think as of today I'm officially going to support her in a much bigger way because after watching that performance, I didn't know she had that voice. Oh my God, can that girl sing? B, she played the drums and sung, and she kept her drum patterns very basic, but when she was doing the rolls and stuff, plus singing, plus smiling, plus wearing the skirt with the button up or the shirt, I mean, that's not easy. I can't imagine having to do all of those at once. I play guitar, but I just play guitar. I didn't like sing or do anything else. So people that do that have to be so coordinated. But the fact that she was on point, I didn't hear like a flat note. Did any of you? Because I didn't.
Nope, not at all.
Like,
So
Not at all.
clean.
That's
So
so
Yeah.
good. And as I was saying before, she sounds a lot like Miwa in that
Yeah.
performance. And I think if you played Miwa in that song, the Jury did solo side by side, and any of Miwa's songs, I think they should be talking. They should start a collab.
Yeah, collab, man. Oh, can't wait if that happens. Oh,
I'm telling
man.
And what's interesting is this gives us a little light into maybe what Jury could do later in her life if she decides to go solo someday.
Indeed.
She easily can do it, I think. So kudos to that, man. That was amazing.
DX?
Oh man, same thing that Derek told us. It was just amazing. I'm having a hard time just if I were to drum, I wouldn't be able to sing at all, or I would look pretty weird or really concentrated, and then I look a bit angry if I really concentrate. So for her to maintain that smile and singing and drumming, I was like, wow, just wow. I don't have any words.
Wait, but DX, you did para dancing, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So is there singing in that or no?
No,
It's just,
not at all. It's just a dancing. It's just dancing,
that's-
pretty much.
but that's super concentration. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
so I bet you could probably do it if you really wanted, if you could sing.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna sing. I can't sing at all. So.
I can't either.
Yeah.
Yo can sing, we saw
Hey,
it.
yo, on the other hand.
What do you think, Yo, about the Judy drums?
I agree with Derek, and like Jury's actually on stage plays right now. Like she's not doing like much theater shows because she's so busy in like her stage plays. Yeah, that's what Derek was saying. Like if she goes down that route, like Karen did, like Karen now she's like a stage actor kind of thing. Like she's trying that out too with her being the lead of what do you call that, Snow Princess or
No
something.
princess, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I think it's actually getting good reviews, and like the members are like
Good.
going to her stages
Good.
kind of thing. So
She's also doing a graphic shoot for Bump and
Oh, wow.
other stuff, I believe. So look forward to that. She's
I very much will.
she's practicing so hard with her vocals. I think being friends with Saine like that, I think she got much inspiration. You know what? Her solo album's working like that. Maybe I should focus more on my voice. And it shows. It was amazing on that side.
I'm curious if this will help with her Sasenkyo ranking in come June, because like I think when we see this kind of a demonstration, of like solo abilities and talents, it encourages her Oshis to like go a little crazy with their buying power when it comes time for Sasenkyo,
Yeah,
because
that's
it would encourage me. If
Mhm.
Tani got a solo moment like that, I think I'd have to spend a couple more $1,000 this year instead of last year. So I guess we'll see.
Other than the concert, also they performed, of course, the 45 single. So the Undergirls did their coupling song, Densetsu no Sakana.
Mhm.
It felt flat. It was okay seeing it live,
Mhm.
but the MV definitely helped. You know, the song is good, but with the lights and all, and you know, the pedals falling in that music video,
Mm.
it feels a lot better compared to live. So it was fine, but not as much powerful when you watch the music video. Of course, then the next.
Oh,
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, God.
I just played it. Like after Love Trip, they played the HKT song, the She She Sheka. It's actually pretty funny right now. I'm like,
Awesome.
why are they singing this?
Yeah, that's Harupi, right? Doing that solo
No,
part.
like the whole 16. Like after Love Trip, they literally, like I'm literally watching it now, and like
Okay.
everyone,
Okay.
16 members are like singing She 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 Karika. So I'm like, whoa!
That's fun.
I'm like, whoa!
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the next girls also performed their Shinka. She was no, wait. Let's see. Is Shinka
Shiwasaki
Shitenei-jan, I believe, or is that one?
Oh,
Yeah, that was good actually.
Oh, yeah.
Hearing it live, and of course the favorite of mine on that single was Kishiga Mieru Yumi Kara. That was pretty fun to see that live. Of course, Tani was there as well.
Of course.
Nice.
You need to watch it, Derek. There's a
I'm-
good moment
I'm
with
on it.
that.
someone there.
Yeah.
So I'm sad.
I'm on it.
I won't see that anymore. That member. She
Uh,
did the show room this morning when I was half asleep. I'm like, crap.
You have time. You can watch it. That's always uploaded. But yeah, after that, of course, Okada Nana came out. She first did a little monologue about thanking the members. She was in a rough spot, you know, all with her disease at the moment,
Mhm.
and she felt so much from the love from the fans that she's now understanding it and she wants to give back. So she shouted out to all the people who feel, you know, lonely or depressed or anything. Don't worry, you're not alone, and we can fight this together. And she's basically saying, what, I am here for you, and this was a very nice message. And then she poured her heart out during, of course, the Team 4 song, if I'm saying
Of
this
course.
well. Kangereo Ite?
Kangaroo Hito.
There we go.
Kangaroo.
Thank you.
Kangaroo Hito.
Mm.
It's a hard way to say that song, but that was beautiful, and I kind of listened that. I believe when you saw the documentary, you also saw a preview of it, but hearing the
Yeah.
full version,
Mhm.
beautiful, amazing. Uh, on the solo part, we had Mukesh Miyun doing some. She did with the screen at the background and doing like you know, choreographed during.
Like silhouettes.
No, it's like there's a you know, a screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did it before with a concert. Every time she moves, then something happens, or you need to be in perfect
Oh,
spot
okay.
for that. So
Yeah.
that's pretty neat as well. The song itself was
Yeah.
like, it's okay, but it's still, you need to be at the perfect time to make that video feel going in the right direction or flowing.
Okay. Okay.
Let's see. So
Wait,
go ahead.
before we go to that,
Yeah.
I actually, you know, when Foucault wins a 1-year McDonald thing, I actually stumbled here right now in the video. Like when she won like the 1-year free burger for McDonald's.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
So Yeo is currently watching it. Yeah.
Yep, apparently.
Ronald McDonald showed up.
What?
There is a
Wow.
whole segment where they're giving out free burgers to the centers of each group, so next girls, under girls, stuff like that. Minigishi
Wow.
Minami is afraid of Ronald McDonald, and
Clown.
the funny thing is, Yukirin went like, "Is the real one coming? Is it showing up?" And then he showed up, and
Oh, wow.
Yui said like a long time no see, because she was of course a part-time
Oh, yeah.
manager for McDonald's for that ad. So it's pretty fun. It's a pretty fun interaction. And that's how they start the concert. All right, I'm Ronald McDonald. I'm like,
So odd. It's
What?
so again. Yeah, like. But
uh,
I can appreciate the creativity of thinking there. See, AKB's concerts tend to be pretty full of surprises like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's always
that's
fun.
good.
That's
Always fun. Always good time.
Yeah, so like I said, the entirety of the concert is amazing, but for me the most important points are when the top 16 members do their solo parts. Like I said, so I was at number 13, so number 12 was Kitara Rie, and I believe she did, no, she didn't do NDK Poster. The song is there as well. what was the song? The river coupling song that was better than it. Kimi
Oh,
no
Kimi
Koro-
no, yeah,
yeah,
Kimi no Koto ka Sugi Dakara. That
yeah,
one.
that one. So she did that one, I believe, because she's an original member of that. Like
Mhm.
one of the
Mm.
last. She and Sashi are the
Yep.
last one, I believe.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
crazy
much.
to even think about, but
Wait,
Wait,
yeah.
Enkyori? I thought it was Choose Me.
Oh, choose me?
Enkyori is Yukirin,
No, no,
Kota
no, 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 no. It's not
Aita.
Enkyori poster. It's actually Kimi Kinima Kodama Suki Dakara. That's that song.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it was forgettable on the start because it's old song. She had like background people, other rank members. Number 11 was Yui, or was it?
Yep.
Yeah.
You.
Yokoyama Yui is another one you need to watch because it's amazingly beautiful. She comes out in a yukata. Am I saying it right? You know, the very
You
neat
caught
outfit.
that.
Thank you.
Got that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you caught that. Mm.
There's a piano, and she's going to play 365 paper airplanes. But she starts, and she misses her key, so it's like very off key, and then she's like, "Oh, sorry, sorry, sorry," and the crowd is going laughing. But then something amazing starts. There's on disc 4 also a small documentary of Takahashi Juri, so go watch that. That's also
I
pretty fun.
can't wait.
Oh,
Can't
can't wait.
And
Yeah.
you see, like, during that, they are backstage, and she's just playing with Sayane, just goofing around. And then they hear Yui doing that song, and they're like, "Oh man, she missed her key. Oh, that's bad." And then all of a sudden, they hear the crowd just clap, and they're like, "Okay, that's amazing." But then something else happens during the song. The whole concert, the whole arena, all the fans are starting to sing along with her. And
Oh,
at
wow.
that moment, you see
Oh
just
my
Sayane
God.
just
Which
tearing
one?
up. And yeah. And
Which song?
Yui is doing 365 paper airplanes.
Oh, I think it's usually like every concert when like they play 365, like everyone actually sings along.
Yeah, but
Like
at
it,
this time it was very very special. I think maybe that's the first one they did, or it felt special because Yui was singing it alone on the piano, and she never played the piano before, I believe. And at that moment, you see that tearing them up, and you hear this whole crowd singing along. And after that, you went to the back, and Sayane and Julie just rushed her like, oh, so amazing. Then you see Kisaki Yuria just tearing up, and she almost never cries. And it's like, why are you crying? Oh, it's so beautiful. It's like,
That's so amazing. I'm
Wow.
getting kind of goosebumps just you talking
Yeah,
about it.
Indeed.
Can't
yeah,
wait to see that. I love when stuff like that happens at shows.
Mhm.
Awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then we go to Muto Tomu. Surprisingly, she did like a very, very, very sexy song. You know, very revealing. She came out in like the usual schoolgirl outfit, but then she rips the tie off, and then the shirt opens, and then she's just dancing around in a skirt.
Holler.
But
Nice.
she
Oh.
shows her dance skills. She you can clearly see she's a Team K member. Of course, buddy with Tana Yuka, who is also
Mhm.
one of the best dancers. Just showcasing her amazing skills, and that's what I like about this concert. Again, it's like, thank you for voting for me. Now let me show you what I can do fully. You know, this is why you voted for me. Everybody is showcasing their best. What's number 9th again? So we had.
Haruka. Kodama Haruka. is
Yeah.
number
So
9.
then there came Sheka Rashika.
Mhm.
And no, she didn't do Sheka Rashika. Of course, thank you, Yale. She did. She was in the Sheka Rashika outfit, but she did Mazuka, the song, you know, from 4.
Oh, right.
Machine Gun, that's the one. Mazuka Machine Gun. She did with a few people who played, a few guys who played Yakuza, and a funny skit in there. So that's pretty good. It felt like West Side Story at some moments.
Okay, cool.
Um, Then out came number
Paruru.
8, Paruru.
Paruru. Yeah.
Yeah, that was flat because she did. First, she talked about graduating, blah 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 blah, and then she did her Baito song that I hate.
Oh,
You
God.
know, those two members came up.
Yeah.
So still, it was nice she did there, but it was so horrible. 7 was Sakura, I believe.
No, Dasu. Dasu.
What did Dasu do?
It's Dasu. I thought.
What did she
was in the
do?
con-
Now I forgot. And that's not good. That's not good one. I think she did a again like Kita doing a song with people in the back. No, not a solo
Okay.
song. So sorry, Datsu. You're awesome, but I forgot. Because
Oh.
next up came Sakura, and she did a Nogizaka song. She did Seifuku no Mannequin.
Oh wow.
Pretty
interesting.
interesting
Yeah.
style though. It feels very different, but she's
It-
going all out.
Isn't this like her second time now doing like some KO? Like, didn't she do Silent Majority and like Showroom also?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Well, they like their rivals.
But I mean, it's just interesting because I'm what you have to wonder if that's a hint of something. I don't want to get all conspiracy theory, but what if Sakura-tan did like a Kennen with them? I think she'd actually fit
Like
them, to
Rena
be
did.
honest.
Like Rena did in the back in the day.
Right, with or like when Rina did with Nogi and Ikoma. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, I think she would actually fit with Kea, and I think it would help Kea to like get in more with everyone, which I don't even think they really necessarily need. They've been killing it with their music, but it'd be nice to see Sakura-tan or somebody go over there. But I think actually, if they were gonna do that, I'd hope for more variety queen type than
Yeah.
Sakura-tan.
Yeah, at
but-
the HKT concerts, they already performed Silent Majority multiple times. I think they
Yeah,
also did
right.
Nogizaka songs. NGT performed Silent Majority at the concert as well. So there are no rules. And people are saying, like we talked about last week, oh my god, like the commercial Nogizaka doing heavy rotation, outrageous. Like, they're doing the same thing. AKB is doing the same thing. They're taking the songs. It's like imitation is just like flattery, you know? It's
Yeah.
it's just
Mhm.
showing the best side of it. And maybe most of the times when you imitate it, it's not the best. It's just like, yeah, it's fine, but the original is way better. And that's
Exactly.
on this side as well. Again, but the Nogizaka commercial, the heavy rotation, was pretty nice though. Very different
Well,
style.
true. Yep.
I liked it.
Same here.
Yeah, number 5 was also pretty, and I said it here. It was Yukarin singing Max 315. So I'm saying
Yeah,
it right?
Max Sanyaku go.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah.
But
It's
she sings it classical version, so it's a slower version, but
Mhm.
with violins, like an orchestra is in the back.
Oh wow, live
Uh,
orchestra.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with
wow.
live orchestra in the back, and she's singing it, of course, with her beautiful voice, and yeah, that's like maybe that's the whole reason it got number 1 this year because of that performance. Very,
might be, yeah.
very, very clean, and that's why Yukarin.
Nice.
I see when Yukarin ever decides to graduate, she will do her own. She'll just be her own idol, you know, just continue being an idol, but doing her own songs, her own concerts, her own variety shows. I don't know. She'll never. She is the idol, you know.
Well, true.
Mhm.
More like a talent or something like that on TV shows or something
Yeah,
like that.
but she'll always be the idol.
Well, true. True.
I would
Go
say
ahead.
I would say about that though, like with you, Karen, just as a general comment or whatever, that like I will never see her as anything but an idol in this life. But
Yeah.
I also feel like after watching her in like a few different like variety things, and I think her one show she did where she was sort of the main role was it something Lino, I forget. It's just like detective type thing. I thought like she could handle her own, you know, like
Yeah.
no matter what she does, like she like you said, she's definitely like the idol's idol, but I also think like there's a lot more for her if she wants it. I think it's just there for the taking. I'm sorry, she's my Kamiyoshi. I have to say something, but
Don't worry.
I don't know. I also can see her getting married really quickly and like having like 3 kids because it's just she's so beautiful. Like I could just see that too.
And still work.
who knows?
That's what I'm seeing.
And still,
still
right,
work, yeah.
exactly. She'd still make it work.
Mhm.
Thank you. Yeah. So anyways, go ahead.
But yeah, but during the concert, there's also an MC. This is funny. So usually they do MC, right? Now now this concept they do MC. Find out who is a best MC. So they
Oh,
have
wow.
like a little tournament with Judy doing the main MC and then Sashi as the backup MC. First time ever, I think. And
wow.
then every
Yeah.
time there's a different judge. So there was Mayu as a judge, Yukarin as a judge, and I believe Kitari Rie as a judge as well. And then like you had like Group A, Group B, Group C, and then you had like a final segment of they need to showcase why should you be the next MC for something. And I believe they also picked a winner to be in something in the next program. So it's
Oh,
pretty
wow.
fun to see that as well. So
That is
like this
cool.
whole concert is like a
Indeed.
whole information thing. They also connected to the other concert, the Undergirls concert. Show some pretty fun time. We'll get to that because it's fine, but let's focus on the concert at hand. Then at number 4 was Sayane.
Yep.
And she did Must Be Now with with like backup dancers, like professional.
Can't wait to
dancers.
see that.
Oh,
Can't
man.
wait to
Yeah.
see that.
Going all
Yeah.
out, going all
Oh
out.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. Okay. How did I miss this concert, Robin? How did I miss it? Oh,
Busy.
sorry. Yeah, that's my life. But no, I'm taking time for this. I can't wait.
Because they just released the, like the proper DVDs. Of
I
the
know.
folded-
I don't care. I should have been there, man.
Then of course that I showed you is Mayu. No,
Yeah.
forgot one.
Jurina.
Mm.
And there's a reason I forgot it. It's Machi Jurina doing again. I kind of in you. I'm getting so
Yeah.
sick of that song.
Give me your touch.
It gets so stuck in my head. But
Yep.
I think you all saw that certain GIF that was going around on the internet.
Yeah.
All right, so she did the song, but she's now 20 years old, so she's an adult. So what does she do? She first she has like normally she wears red, but she doesn't has any red clothes on. So it's like, that's weird. The 4 guys show up, the usual guys, and then suddenly she goes up the stairs, and she sits down and takes her shoes off. Well, the guys put the shoe on, and then they put on the red heels. But she does like a basic instinct with her legs.
Oh.
Problem is the camera is right at the center, so it's like high, and you can see just doing like, whoop, you saw it? Did you miss it? Okay, let's do it again. And then they pulled some, they throw red flowers on her, and all her clothes just vaporize, and then it's just like this very, very revealing red suit, or just not suit, this red thing she has on. Out of all the versions, that one is pretty. Okay, Julia, you got me. That song, I don't know why. Maybe that's the whole reason. Like every time that she does it, it gets skimpier and skimpier. All right.
Yep.
Then
Nothing wrong with
on
that.
to number 2, and that was Mayu doing a very interesting song. I don't know the title. You said it was, what was it, Derek? It sounded like what?
It sounded like Sheena Ringo. I don't know if they. I doubt she. I mean, maybe it was something like the style, the vocal delivery is 100% Sheena to me. So it might have been a cover, yeah or no?
Yeah, I think so. But it was a very unique style to Mayu. I
I
believe
loved
she
it.
never done
Yeah.
it before. It felt very adult-like. It like this. This would I would be at a bar ordering a whiskey and just watching this performance and get captivated by this.
Jazzy like, I would say.
Yeah.
Jazzy like.
Yeah, she had
Yeah,
like a
like-
jazz band, like a bass and piano,
Okay,
and
cool.
very very
Sure.
rough.
Right. For me, so for me when I watched that performance, thank you, Robin, again for pointing that out for all of us to check out prior to this episode. As a musician, again, the jazz element, everything, like her backup musicians were totally on point, as to be expected of every single backup jazz or Japanese group that does stuff for AKB. But Mayu stepping out of her old cyborg days. I don't even know if we should even call her anymore because she's so far from that. But she looked like such a woman.
Yep.
She looks so
Wow.
refined and mature. There was that one shot. She's just so beautiful. Like the definition on her face. And I'm not a Mayu fan particularly at all, but I really thought for a moment, man, like you are so like I've seen you when you were like, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
you were
exactly.
so like
She
puffy
had such an
cheeked and-
adult
Yeah.
face. It was very stern face, She looked like very.
I-
Well, I would say
yeah.
angry, but it felt like this is a woman you don't want to mess with.
Exactly.
Right. Well, I've seen her grow up. I've literally watched her grow up in front of me. And what's awesome about that is like she does have that fire in her. And I think we see that sometimes. Like I know, like on AK Bingo, she did that one. Like the boyfriend comes home and
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff. And you saw it. Mayu didn't take like no BS. She was like, I ain't having it. And I started thinking, she's not acting. Like that's Mayu in real life. Like she can do the idol face and she does it well, but she also like I'm seeing more and more of her come out. And this is like a thing with the girls as they get older. You really do see more like Kojiro, she just doesn't care. She doesn't care. That's really her, I think, like all the time. But Mayu is still thinking in her back of her head, like, oh, I still have to be like an idol. I'm still an AKB. I'm still one of the top girls. But then you see these moments come out, and I think in this song, if that was a Sheena Ringo song, and she had something to say about it, she's trying to send us a message, in my opinion, saying to us like, this is me inside. I got a lot of stuff going on you guys don't know about, and I'm gonna sing about it. And boy, did she nail it, man. And I
Oh.
gotta give it up for something I'm not used to hearing from her. I mean, this is the girl who did her own thing with what I can never say it.
Watari,
Her
Watarita,
Wataris.
Watarita Hashiriroka. That one.
Forgive me, Japanese fans.
Warota,
Forgive
just
me.
say
Forgive
Warota.
us.
Hey, why don't you
Names.
just say it? Thank you, Yayo. But
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, like, yeah. So like, I mean, you go from that to this. What a transition! It's why I'm an Idol fan to see this kind of
I
thing.
would like to see an album for this type.
I
you
know, right? Like something
Yeah.
like that where it's
Or
more
even just a one
personal.
like a dinner show, like Sashi did.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Hmm,
So,
right.
so I saw something a couple years back, and I'm gonna bring up something I don't know if you guys like or not, but Kumi Koda
Mhm.
or Koda Kumi, I don't know how whichever way you want to do it, but she did something like that. She did this like real intimate, like dance, like jazzy rendition of a bunch of her songs in a
Nice.
small place, so elegant and so not the Kumikoda I know. And it's again, when you're a real musician, you like to do things like that. When you've played the songs hundreds of times, you want to expand, riff, do something different. And Mayu, you can sense has that growth in her that was similar to that. And if she did something like that, like a little dance cabaret thing or something, I'm all for it, man. I think this is what AKB needs to do. More stuff like this. Where we really get to see this. Like we see individuality amongst this mass group of girls. That's why NGT's doing so well, because they've figured that out. You know some of those girls now just by seeing them a few times on variety shows.
Yeah.
And now in concerts, if you can do that, that's tremendous. So I'm sorry. I really actually, more I thought about it, I'm down with that. Like I hope she does a lot more of that.
I want actually every year the So Thank You Aftermath concert, like to do the same
yeah.
Yeah, this is awesome.
thing. This is what I exactly need. But let's go to number one, and that was of
Yes.
course Sashi Harada.
Sashi.
She did an HKT song. I forget the title. It's the one with 7 seconds, I believe.
7 seconds.
Oh,
Oh, Junibyo.
Yeah.
Junibyo.
Oh.
Yeah, she
What
did
an
that
interesting
one,
choice.
but she was wearing like this very cool jacket, white
Mhm.
jacket with golden things on it. She had like a band in the background, so live music version, like fireworks going off. But she went all out. This one is like, she's one time going like this, singing the song very, very, very good actually. Again, it showcases her best trait, and I think that's the whole reason of this whole concert. The members in top 16 show them their best. Like I said with Okada Nana, I think the whole reason she did that song so well, she now has Coin Toss as her own solo
Yeah.
song.
Mhm.
The value you get out of performing that at that concert is amazingly.
Mhm.
Maybe they test it out, and I would say, if AKS ever listens to the show, I don't know, do this a yearly thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Senkyo,
exactly.
Renachi Senkyo, and then you have the concert.
Yeah, yeah. Well, also too to add to that, just again quickly here, because I'm sorry you're bringing this up. That it's really hitting me here. Like AKB needs individuality to be trumping more of the group effort. I know it's the group thing in the is the Japanese spirit to do group thing, but the AKB of yesteryear, because of I think the lack of songwriting, the production, and just the fact that so many of the icons of AKB have left or are on their way out, you have to create new individuals, and that's
Exactly.
why AKB worked so well in the beginning when you had all these shows surrounding them, particularly AK Bingo being the hub. You got to know every girl so deeply well. And then if you were a theater rat and you were in the theater all the time because you were one of those lucky people that live in Japan, or you just happened to be there, or you felt you were in before everyone, you got to see that side as well.
Exactly.
And then when it's just now it's scattered, it's fractured. They're so big now. They're focusing on like just tying into TV shows, which is good and bad, but get back to what really matters. Individuals. I want to know these girls. I want to be able to support them. Like Moeka from NGT, again, sorry to keep bringing them up, but like I didn't even really know much about her. Now, I mean, I'm kind of for this girl, especially after the latest AK Bingo. Like I'm actually I feel her. She's got genuine like appeal to me. And I can't believe I'm saying that, but again, individuality. I see her now. I see what she's about. It's just this was classic, and I agree with you, Robin. They need to do this every year. Every year.
You say that with AK Bingo in the old days. They had like a whole trend at the end of an episode. You had like the top 10 gigs.
Right.
Then we had Oshima Yuko doing the chicken, or Kitari Rie doing her voice, or whatever.
Sashi with the other guy back then.
Yeah. Or you had Praise Museum. You know,
Oh,
phrase
yeah,
museum.
yeah.
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 Showcase. You know, one-liner, but showcase that member.
Mhm.
It's very easy to do. You know, just focus this week on this member. Doesn't need to be long. Just that, but those few seconds can be very important.
Exactly.
Or even the beginning of AKB show, how they do the little mini
Oh,
skit
right,
before
right,
they break open the wall and then they go sing. You get for that moment, you get to see personalities. Like when
Oh, man.
Peru was imitating who was it, Yuko, I think, or it was the other way around. Like that one particular show where
Oh,
like it
that
was
one. Yeah.
you know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like that was so funny, and like and then or even in AKB showroom, how like with Minarun, like and how like she thinks she's like so great, and she's always talking to her manager because she thinks everyone's making fun of her. And the one little skit, and they keep doing it, they keep having it. I know Minarun now, like I can support her and adore her for that reason. Like little things like that, man, make all the difference in the world. And speaking of Sasenkyo this year, ooh, gonna be hot now because they
Oh,
keep
man.
doing stuff like this.
That-
It's gonna be close, I think. I'm excited.
Showroom
actually,
has
talking-
changed a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead,
Oh, man.
DX. What do you want to say?
Actually,
Please.
about AKB show, I actually got the strike because of AKB show because I actually subbed one of their skits back then, and I
Oh.
got copyright strike actually, and that's why my channel, that's why the YouTube channel which we are on right now, Wine channel, actually didn't have the ability to post videos longer than an hour. So it took about a half year before that got removed. So yeah, I've got some certain memories about AKB48 show as well. So.
All right. Well, we're almost out of time, but I want to make a few things quick in this. So if you want to hear more about this concert, let us know in the comments, because we also have the the unranked concert. Now it wasn't as special as the ranked concert, as we went almost half an hour talking about this concert. And you have the Thanksgiving concert. Now the Thanksgiving concert is a little different, but it's very heartfelt because the members are like in this arena and they sing songs as thank you. This was even outside from thank you. This was just thanking the fans. And at one point you see the members going in the stages, and at that moment it's very tear to the eyes because it's so beautiful. You can
In the
feel the
stands,
connections
yeah.
of the fans and connecting to the members, because the way it works in the Thanksgiving concert was every area before you went to enter, you was like, who's your Ozio? Where do you want to sit? I want to sit in the Yamaana aisle. Okay, I want to sit in the Okada Nana aisle. And it was AKB48 only, so it was like, bam, filled into
Oh,
the
wow.
entirety.
Nice.
And then you see like the members walking. Alright, where's my area? Why are there so many people or sitting like there or compared to that?
Wow.
So if go watch that. If you want to hear more about it, we'll go ahead and talk about it again next week. But let us know in the comments on that side. Before we go to our plugs, I really have to do this since we're doing this every week. I'm putting it up again. It's the spoiler tag.
Tofu time.
So if you don't want to hear it, the spoiler tag is up. We're gonna talk about Tofu Wrestling episode number, I would say 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay. It's the wrestling. They show the sequence with Dasu and what's her name? Yeah.
Yami.
They showed that sequence when we saw in the Road to WIP, and then they cut it, and then they showed they did a suplex, but I don't believe that was Harupi. I believe that was a stunt double. Actually, loose, but they actually cut. You see her face first, Harupi, and then they cut to the suplex, not seeing her face, and then they cut to her again. So I'm like, I don't
You have
know.
your doubts. You have your doubts.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
yeah?
No. Go for
Okay.
it.
With the recent Road to WIP, they showcased Nakai Rika and Yamada Noe.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
The thing only a problem with Yamada Noe is she's 17 years old, but she feels like she's a 13-year-old at times. She's too energetic. I think she needs to tone it down a little. I get she's funny, but it's like sometimes you need to know, just doing the raw spit, for friends. Like, just.
I always think she's kind of opposite though. Because her voice is so husky. Like I kind of always picture her like 20 years from now being like that girl that hangs out in Golden Guy in Shinjuku and like and is the one you always expect to be there like drinking. Like I don't know.
Wow.
In my head, that's how I see Yamada Noe.
Oh,
Her voice.
I just like the start of the episode. I didn't watch it yet. I just saw the clip. Like I just love it when like Jurina and Harupi does the Rainmaker entrance.
She does the Rainmaker. She
Yes.
comes up as the
Oh,
Rain,
man.
like Okada, just doing that. It's like
That was funny.
Wow.
I see it, I saw it. But before we get into the episode, so they showed Road to WIP, Nakai Rika and Yaman Noe. Those two were the worst ones. They can actually learn to wrestle. There was this funny moment when
Oh, yeah.
she just had to do a
Oh,
roll,
yeah.
Nakai Rika, and the trainer was there, and then boonk, right
Yep.
in between the legs, and the guy. Of course, he's a trainer. He oversold it, but they were laughing so hard. And I'm like, oh, poor man, you have to work with these girls. So what did they do with the girls in the episodes? Put them as coaches. You know, in the episode, they did, however, recognize that Yamada Noe is funny. So she had a moment where she put on like a silver cap, and then she did like these weird head punches in the crowd.
Yeah.
But okay, the actual episode. So it starts off now. Sakura has her group. You know, they're going to train, and Yu is going to train, and they're running, they're jogging, they're doing some stuff. And Kisaki Yuria is like, you know what? I'm stronger than all you guys. I don't need this actually. No interest, and she doesn't want to train. And Yu is like, just go train. You know what? Don't just do something. Everybody's trying hard, but then you see like Mion doing. I don't want to do this, and it's like, all right, your turn, Mion, and she needs to do a roll, but she does it like even a child could do better. But it was like, I don't want to do this anymore. But Sakura doesn't listen. She's like still eating her cabbage because she's poor now, and she's like, oh, we need to do this. We need to train more. You know, energetic. We need to wrestle. And she's like, you know, having these issues. But then eventually, I don't get why, you know, the manager of WIP is like the bad guy. You know, in the last episode he said against, you know what, you need to injure Jurina's leg,
Yeah.
and they didn't want to do it or something like that. But then he's like promoting, like, you know what, come down, come see our show. You know what, have fun, and taking pictures with his phone. I don't know why, but so Sakura and the gang got tickets for a show. And first thing I said when they showed up late. I'm like, the show's already started. Why do you show up late? And they went to, I believe that was the emergency exit. They went through, so they were sitting out there. They had front row seats, so you have like these 6 seats that were empty for majority of the show. Then you see the sequence between Dasu and so on. Then Judy now shows up with Harupi doing the Rainmaker pose. Like, they're the power jams, and they have this the theme, the opening theme of WIP, of Tofu Wrestling.
Yep.
But then she's becoming a full mark. She's becoming very energetic, like, oh, this is wrestling. And Kisaki Yuria is just getting energetic. Furo Tanawa going crazy. Then the show ends. Everybody's gone, and they're still sitting. I'm like, go home! Go home! You're sitting there! Why are you still sitting there? And the manager is just standing there, like, waiting, like, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till they get up, and then they talk, and then they finally get up, and they see him. I'm like, how long you been standing there? Follow me, and then they meet the wrestlers backstage, and Sakura going full mark. She's like, oh my god, this was so amazing, and then the Juna whispers in her ear, and just something stuff, you know, getting her fan over. And then she gets more excited, and it's funny. So they go back to the their own wrestling ring. They're very excited, and Juna wants to do Sakura wants to do the Juna pose, you know, going top rope and finger pointing. And Furo Hatanawa has to be like, I love this part. Furo Hatanawa just gained some points with me because she's lying there and she's like, Kawai, but we need to do this. Okay, do it. She's like lying there, and then she rolls out of the way. But yeah, that's the overall episode. I would say now Mion is left the group because she's like, I can't do this, but you know how this goes. We'll see her next time.
Yep.
But it's getting like. It progresses the story. They now have the trainer that was like, she was banging the door every day. Now the guy just showed up, you know, gets the feeling, alright, I'm gonna teach you girls how to wrestle. It was very cheesy because every time he hears a ring bell, he goes in his wrestling mode, going like, ding, wanna fight? And it's like, okay, but he's going to learn the girls how to wrestle, and then they have their battle against WIP wrestlers. But the WIP girls are not having it. They're like, these girls, they think they can wrestle. So, this is a better episode, I would say. The story goes up. If you keep the wrestling low, because they're very limited, and keep the story going like this, I would say, yeah, the first 2 episodes were not good, but it's gradually getting better. But now, sadly, every time the episode's going to end, you see like the ending credits and you hear shoot sign. So I'm immediately like, all right.
Yep.
That was my quick review again from WIP Tofu Wrestling. Anything else to add, DX, since you saw it?
Mm, Nothing much really. Everything that has happened has already been said by you pretty much. So no, not really.
Rainmaker.
Robin, is this your favorite one so far? If you had a favorite or had to pick one,
Episode
like out of the
4,
ones
yes. Episode
yeah.
4 is definitely the one to watch.
Okay, interesting.
And like the character development, it gradually grows. The story is now getting into the main thing. I'm just afraid
Right.
they're going to rush it because it's already episode 4 and only 6 episodes left. So
Crazy.
Another 10 episodes. Okay.
their climax is going to rush it, sadly. But okay. Spoiler tag is now gone. That was Tofu Wrestling. Tune in for next week if you want to hear it. If don't, okay. We've been now at an hour mark, so we have a few plugs to say. I will go with Derek first. You have something to plug.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so a couple things. First of all, I have officially decided on what the next top 10 AKB list I'm
Ooh.
going to do, and it's the top 10 most underrated members.
Ooh.
And I've actually, because of one of our, I guess, fans, I don't know, friends, who has been commenting quite a bit on our YouTube posts of our show, Haruhika or something.
Oh, okay. Haruka.
She,
Yeah, Haruka.
yeah, she had mentioned that she wanted to see more like the whole AKB from beginning of time AKB.
Mhm.
I was just gonna do modern, but I feel it'll be a lot more fun to kind of delve back into the back catalog of AKB members
Oh,
and
nice.
see who was very underrated. And I'm gonna try to blend with some new ones, but I'm doing that, and I'm also collaborating with somebody else who has been going to my website for this as well, and he gave me some really good suggestions. So that'll be coming hopefully soon, and it won't be a Bible this time. It'll just be kind of to the point.
Bible.
So there's that.
It's going to be a lot of work because 10 years of history there, right there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, it's very subjective. So I mean, because if I really sat down and thought about like all of the members, it would be almost impossible to just pick 10 when there have been numerous underrated members. It'd be like a top 50.
Exactly. Yep.
There's so many that just come and go, and we never get to really see their full potential until they leave, unfortunately. But speaking of members that have left, another thing is too, I kind of want to plug my friend Chris, who does the Chuodori blog. He's a big Wasserman supporter. He's a Stage 48 moderator. Chris messaged me and he put up a couple new posts on his blog. I can't encourage people enough to check out his blog and read them. If you are a beginner AKB fan, or even if you're experienced, you will really get a feel for what AKB is all about through reading his posts, and especially his Wasserman stuff. He recently went to see her solo concert. And he, of course, he's met Wasserman probably more times than I can even count. But one of his latest interactions, she was like mentioning how she was like reading his Twitter, and like now he has like a really deep connection with her, and it's a beautiful thing. This isn't the first time she's read his Twitter either, but she said stuff to him that she would only know if she had read his Twitter, and then she even told him, "Yeah, I read your Twitter." So like, that's amazing to me,
Awesome.
and it just goes to show you the connection you can have if you stay faithful here. So maybe Yayo someday, you and Kojimako, just throw that out there.
We will put that link in the comments below.
Yep, exactly.
Those are my points.
I'm going to put it in the description. So
Just
Thank you.
saying, I'm gonna try to be a celebrity in Japan, because of my attitude, my personality. So, because my Japanese friend told me.
I
to do
totally
that
believe in you.
stuff.
I totally believe in you. You can do it.
Go for
I
it.
know you will, Yayo.
Okay. DX, you have something to plug?
No, I just want to do a small shout out to Idol Suki. They have
Yes. Thank you, Idol Suki.
They're one of the more known subgroups, but I personally have an opinion about subbers. They need to be shouted out as much as possible because the idol world, we need subbers, man. We need subbers.
Now more than ever.
There's a subber. Yep.
And we appreciate all the hard work that they do.
Yes.
Someone
yes.
is on hiatus. So.
Okay, yeah, you have something to plug before we go?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Actually, I have one more thing, but Robin, you were gonna plug something real quick. Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, okay. So also too, one thing I hung out with Josh Box this weekend for a little bit, and
Was waiting for that.
also yeah, and also Jimmy from Swoltaku. So yeah. So
And
yeah,
Bakahatsu, Gatsu,
Yeah.
yeah,
Basu,
and that
Gatsu. God, that name.
we are terrible with names. We are just terrible names. Somebody
Yep.
just jeez. But no, but so we all hung out. This was prior to Josh going on his photo book recreation, I guess, of Shirashimai's release, which was pretty cool. If you guys haven't seen Josh's video of both part 1 and part 2, check it out. It's awesome.
Yeah.
He's a photographer, so the first part's definitely from more of a photographer perspective. Second part's a lot of fun. Just kind of them doing their thing. I was gonna go with them. I had other stuff I had to do, unfortunately, but I did get to meet them. Always great to see other people in the fan community, and those guys are great. Please follow them too.
Yeah, I watched the video and it's very
Yeah.
fun to watch how they
Yeah.
recreate the photo book, just going into the
Yes.
style
Yeah.
like that. And yeah, when I watched Josh's review of the Shirashimai photo book, it's a very good review. You know, not only the person like, oh, these are pretty pictures. No, they are actually
technical, yeah,
very
real technical.
personal, and it's like very critical about stuff. Like, you know, you could do this better or this better. So
Or there
a
are too
very
much white
interesting
pages or
take.
something like that.
Yeah, a lot of white pages on that side. Funny thing though, one thing before we really have to go, it's when Shirashima released her photo book, she did a showroom, and I was of course watching that, and the whole showroom got shut down because of her. Because she said, I'm gonna stream at 9 o'clock in Japan time, I believe, and whole showroom was like overloaded. The people were waiting for her, and all of a sudden showroom didn't work for 10 minutes. Then she finally got on there. She went over 100,000 views, so she's now in the same rank with Matsui Jurina and I believe Miyawaki Sakura, this one, and Sashiara. And the towers, so many towers, so
Unbelievable.
many towers. And the funny thing is though, she was plugging buy my photo book, and the thing is, it's sold out. Your photo book is sold out. You couldn't buy it. It's like everybody was watching. It's like, buy my photo book. We can't. It's not here. So we have to wait for the second copy of it. But it was pretty fun that she crashed the site just because she was going to be on there.
Yep.
Just because she's awesome.
Pretty fun showroom though. She didn't know what to do at some time. So and all of a sudden she had like cakes. She was eating cakes, and then she had a cat. Weird show.
I love this girl. Love this girl, man. More and more.
Yeah. All right. But as usual, go to our Twitters, talk to us. You know, we really love the community and we want to grow
Yes.
as well. So just don't be afraid to let your voice be heard. We'll
Yeah,
definitely
just
listen
comment,
to it.
and just comment on the video, and we'll respond to it. Either me,
Always.
Derek, or
Anybody. All right. With that though, thank you for watching this week's episode of 48 Talk, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Chocho, chocho.
So,
Naribanana ako si Mama ko Minigishi on the concert.